So Paul, today, a five-star performance, 5 goals. Your thoughts on the game?
That was a fantastic game of non-league football. The first half, I think we were very, very dominant, but ironically had to thank Ross Warner for an early save when the lad was through. We then really battered their goalkeeper, and he's made 6, 7 fantastic saves. Obviously, we got the early goal through Jamie, but I think 4-0 was probably a fair reflection of the first half. It could have been 2 or 3 more, to be honest. So we wanted those goals. We felt we deserved them. But credit to Concord. I mean, they've come back storming at our second half. It's easier when you're 3 or 4 nil down to have a real go, which they did. But that goal, in the first minute of the second half, it was never going to be just a consolation. And their second, did give you the nervous bit. So I said, give them credit for turning it into what I thought was a fantastic game. I think our fifth at the end was probably about right. I think Wrighty's been denied an absolute stonewall penalty, and the video will show that. And I thought the referee had a brilliant first half, and then second half just started to make some, real strange decisions. I mean, Joe Newton's booking, when he's gone past a lad and been kicked down, and then he handles the ball because he's been kicked, and he gives a booking against Joe for handball. I mean, there's a few things going on that make you scratch your head, but we just got to concentrate on so many positives. Another big crowd here, which is brilliant to see the crowd back, nearly 1,400. It just goes to show that the offer that we did worked. And we thank those as well, the supporters, for coming in their numbers.
And on the pitch, 45 minutes, you couldn't have had a much better first 45 minutes. Honestly, blown them away.
Yeah, I thought, obviously I've managed a lot of games over the years, and that was one of the, if not the best first half. It was similar to Dorking 18 months ago, when I think we scored 4 or 5 in one half. We really felt good this week. We feel that, that 11 that played today is almost getting there in terms of what we feel we're trying to get them to do. It's still early days for us. It's still a young group in the sense of getting them together. But I have noticed the last week or two we've really started to, everyone's understanding their roles. Everyone understands what we're trying to do. And as I said, if I'm going to be negative on anything, it will be that we were 3-0 up last week and could have been 4s and 5s, and we ended up conceding 2 late goals, and we've done it again, with 2 goals today. So that's the only disappointment, but so many positives to reflect on.
What do you think changed in the second half? Was it just a matter of them just going for it and then you being caught out?
Yeah, I think that they went and stuck 3 up front against R3. Again, we're going to look at it closely, but there's 2 teams that play this game, and they're third for a reason, and they very much second half really pushed on, changed their system, and as I said, if that first goal hadn't gone into quickly, I think it would have been an easier start. But you've got to give them credit.
And you said leading up to the game it'd be an entertaining one. You promised goals. There were goals today, and it's another game where there was 4 different scorers.
Yeah, I mean, I thought James Roberts was, and he didn't score, was man of the match, and he was rightly given man of the match. I thought he was absolutely outstanding first half. His work rate for the team, but his ability on the ball, and him and Wrighty combined so well in that first half. But I thought everyone was on it in the first half, and we needed that. We needed that sort of first half performance. I think at 4-0 you've probably won the game. There's very few times teams can come back and score 4 in a second half. And we felt that, maybe that mentally, when you're 4-0 up mentally, they just took maybe our foot off the gas a tad, which again we'll look at on Monday or Tuesday. The other thing as well is that we put a big effort in that first half, and it was probably about 70 degrees here today, and with the all-weather pitch it can make it feel hotter. And I just noticed especially Billy Clifford and Oscar looked a little bit as though their tank had run on empty. But I'm not surprised when you saw their first half running stats. I mean, we were absolutely brilliant in that first half.
And just going back to James Roberts, are we starting to see exactly why you signed him, the player that he was at Oxford last season, and what he's starting to be here?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's never easy coming to a new club. He's very much a fixture at Oxford. We were trying to probably find his best position as well. To find his best position, that maybe has taken us 2 or 3 games longer than we would both have liked. But I think he's shown last week and this week that he was starting to see the best of him. For me, he was one of the best strikers, overall strikers in the league last year. And I thought him and Tommy, in him and Tommy, we have got 2 outstanding, young strikers as well. They're both only 24, but their work rate as well for the team is also exceptional.
And looking ahead now to next week's game against Torquay, what does the week look like in terms of preparation?
Normal for us, so we'll go. We're in Monday morning, and that's a rest and recovery session with Chris Neville. The lads have really, bought into and enjoyed Chris's sessions. Tuesday, Thursday for us as normal days to train, and then we meet here Friday, I think at 1:30. Coach down to Torquay, and then prep on the prep again Saturday morning.
Perfect, Paul. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Ryan. Cheers.